All right, we got Austin filling it up. We got Rick on opposite table and Jeff table side. Rick is now the lead, Jeff is the C, and Austin will become the trail. Step down. All right, Rick, if you look at the tape, you're a little deep is the trail. You need to get a little closer to the action. You're about 4 feet now, closer to the mid-court line. You need to be a little at the 28-foot line. I like to see, on free throw situations, I like to see that lead official get in there and get the ball before it hits the ground. Again, we want to be looking athletic and not let the ball bounce and then walk up and get it. Austin using those young legs to rotate. Good job. Again, Rick, when you look at this tape, look where you are in relationship to the half-court line. That time, I bet you were 3 feet close to the half-court line. You need to start at the 28-foot line and adjust accordingly. Come on, Rick, you need to have a little hustle for me, okay? Here's the analogy. When you go from C to C, it's like a batter trying to beat out a base hit. When you go from trail to lead or lead to trail, it's like your home run jog. Rick, you gotta give me a signal. Rick! Gotta give me a signal. Rick, you gotta give me a signal. Watch your count, Rick. It's not that counting hand is not up in the air. You know, straight across your chest. Hi, Mark. Mike, how you doing? Good, you? Coach didn't like that call. All right, 28-foot line, okay? You'll hear me say it on the tape. When you're the trail, sometimes you're 3 feet away from the half court. You need to be in farther. If you have to make a call, it's much more credible. Rick, you got to work on those out-of-bound mechanics. That's how you communicate with your partners. When you put the ball in play, you got to look at your partners and make sure they're ready. Who's the shooter? Jeff? Jeff, would you have known who the shooter was if he wouldn't have gone to the line? Yes. All right, so you got to make sure you identify who the shooter is right away. I got your shooter. Here's your shooter. Something to that effect. Great call, Austin. Nice job. Coach didn't like it. I think it was a good call. Watch.
Why are you walking the ball? Come at him.
That's the way to get between them. Good angle, Austin. Good job. Good step down, Jeff.
Elbow with the Appleton.
All right, Jeff, just right there, you didn't look at your partners. You don't know if they were ready. You just handed the ball in. You have, before you hand the ball to the player, you have to look at your partners and make sure they are ready. Jeff, a lot of body contact on that drive to the basket. Good call. I agree with that. Good call, Jeff. All right, no pressure. Everybody's back in position. Free throw line extended, Jeff, as the C. Step up or step down to get the angle. Way too low, Jeff. Look where you are. Look where you are, Jeff, on the film. Probably 4 feet below the free throw line. Don't walk down, Jeff. Looks shitty. I'm calling you Jeff. Rick. That's Rick. You're walking down the floor. Sorry. All right, now let's just watch and see if you look at your partners before you administer. You did not. You might have looked at Austin, but you did not look at Jeff. All right. See that call right there? You wiped it off with one arm, okay? Instead of doing that, you had the foul, raise the hand, and wipe it off with 2 instead of wiping it off with 1. It looks better. It looks stronger. Look at that count, Jeff. Count should be straight across your body, not up in the air. Let's see your report. Not bad, not bad. Austin, instead of the corner administering it, step into the middle of the lane and administer it. All right, one team is in the bonus. I wonder if we know that. 7:17 to go. Saw that one coming. I don't know, it was a good call, but your report to the table was that one elbow up in the air. You'll have to show me in the Federation rulebook where that's a signal. Rick, you got one gear. I think there's at least one other gear in there. Outside hand signal on the attempted three, Rick. When we bring in subs, it is all of our responsibilities to count players. We got to get, he might be small, but he's too physical. 22 is too physical. Step down, you're backing out, Rick. When the shot goes up, we want to step towards the basket. Rick, you're bringing in subs. Step out on the court now and make sure everybody sees you. Count the players. All right, I don't know what the situation is. But we didn't know who the shooter was. We didn't know we were in the bonus. Take some time to get it right. We did. Looks bad, but we got it right, hopefully. Austin, I know you're frustrated, but if I can tell you are, that's no good. Rick, I'd like you to get those signals out, shoulder length, out wider, not so much in front of your body. traveled. Take a look at that, Jeff. See if he traveled. Picked up those pivot feet before he put the ball down. Again, Rick, you're shooting free throws. You didn't tell him how many there were. You just kind of bounced it to him nonchalantly, didn't make eye contact with your partners. You, as the administrating official, have to tell the free thrower how many shots he has. A little too lackadaisical, Rick. That's a good call, Rick. Good call. All right, we're under a minute. Do we know we're under a minute? 1 point game. All right, who's got the last second shot? All right, I see Jeff signaling he's got the last second shot. That is a foul. That is a great call. Way to come and get it, Austin. Good job. Way to come and get it. All right, we got a good game going on. 25-23. Go ahead.
I was saying earlier, yeah, I didn't keep track of who got that foul on that.
That was just completely.
We both called it, but I didn't keep track of who got fouled there.
I should have had.
All right, the situation we had where we had the free throws wherever we fucked something up, okay, where we didn't know where the free throws were. Your frustration was clearly evident, okay? Your body language, your facial clearly you were upset. Got to get. Okay, so clearly you were upset, okay? Rick, do you have another speed you can run at?
Yeah.
Why don't you?
Okay, well.
You go the same speed all the time, regardless of the situation. Whether you have to hustle down there or you can not have to hustle down, you have one speed. There are times when you have to run your ass off to get there, okay? So I would like you to try and do that, okay? You have a tendency to walk, too, from C to C, just to walk up and down the court. What we want is for you to get to your position to accept the play rather than get there at the same time the players get there, okay? Do you know what I mean by that? So the play is coming down. I don't want to get to my position the same time the players are there. I want to get there before the players get there so I am ready to officiate. Okay? All right? Jeff, sometimes you stand on the court just like that.
With my hands?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
During the play?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Or even without the play.
Okay.
Okay. Listen to what I have to say about it. But you have to. Okay. All right. So, Jeff, and your mechanics. The last free throw that you have to go 2 shots, okay, to the players. You just took the ball and bounced it to them and walked away. You didn't tell them how many shots there were. You didn't. You need to be able to tell them that information. All right, listen to the tape. What I'm talking about, okay? I could just tell you were pissed.
I was so pissed. I'm like, I freaking knew it too. I'm like, God.
And you were just doing that. You're shaking your head. Okay. If I see that, other people see that, coaches see that, players see that. Okay, so you gotta. I know. That's it, Rick. Good job. Look at, you're backing out already, Rick. You're backing out. When the shot goes up, we have to go towards the action and not back. All right? We have to go towards the action. Absolutely right call, Rick. What I'd like you to try and do is work on one-handed mechanics. Instead of up with the right arm and pointing with the left, should be just up with the left and point. Okay?
Zach, where you need to be?
Glad nobody called a travel on that. Rick, you gotta be counting, visible count as the trail. Rick, you have nothing to do with bringing in subs. You need to get in farther, Rick. Look, you're stepping back. As soon as the shot went up, you took 2 steps backwards. You need to take 2 steps forward. We're going to work on those one-handed mechanics, Rick. It'll make you look so much better. Now look, you never even looked at your partners. What if Jeff was talking to the coach and you put the ball in play? Starting point for the trail official, Rick, is the 28-foot line. We don't have one on these modern courts, so use about 3 steps above the top of the key 3-point line as your starting point for the trail. All right, now watch yourself here. Do you look at your partners before you bring the ball in? I know you didn't look at Austin. You might have, out of the corner of your eye, saw Jeff. But whenever we put the ball in play, we have to look at our partners to make sure they are ready. Good no call on that drive to the basket. Defense was straight up. Jeff, slow down. Slow down on the reporting. Austin, instead of on the side, it's a little piddly thing. I like to see administer right from the middle of the lane. Yeah, that's a good get, Austin. He's pushing him. No. Put your hand down, Rick. That's it. Jose, okay, they're creeping back into the game. What would we like to talk about right now? What
There's only 2 and 4, so we got to
okay,
race there.
all right.
I thought they did a good job. I thought you made a nice call on the hand check.
On the hand check to the basket, I said the same thing. Great call going to the basket.
Check the double bonus up there. They got it up there, but we know it's not double bonus.
Rick, you look like you're running better. Good job. Okay, okay. Just mind over matter. You got to run when you get a chance. I must have said it 6 times. When you administer the ball, you got to look at your partners. So what if I'm handing the ball to the player and Austin is talking to one of the coaches?
I usually get a thumbs up from one of you guys.
Well, when you administer the ball anywhere, you don't look at either one of them. You just give it to them. So make sure you look. Watch the film. Good report, Jeff. Good job. That's good reporting, good mechanics, Jeff. You can't be in the middle of the lane, Rick. You got to make a choice. When you're in the middle of the lane, our C doesn't know where to go, either does our T. Red is creeping back into this game, so our intensity has to match the players' intensity.
Good possession. It's almost a 2-inch. That last one on 22, that should have been a foot. You can't impede you like that. This guy's all over it. I'm joking.
We got lucky. Played crappy defense, the guy just missed the layup. Okay. During a regular season game, we're not stopping the play because a kid loses his shoe. Did you tell your partners the timeout first?
I yelled it.
Okay, when the timeout happens, you find out what it is, 30, whatever it is.
Yep.
Tell these guys first, and then you can tell the table.
Okay.
But they have to know first, okay? Then tell the table, ball's coming in here. They need to know where the ball's coming in and everything else.
I said ball where the ball's coming in first, but didn't say.
Okay, so you just slow down.
Okay.
Why did you stop the game?
Is it no different than an injury?
Yes, it is. Why did you stop the game? You haven't answered my question.
I don't know. Because I didn't have a shoe on.
Lost his shoe, huh?
Yeah.
So we take a fast break away from the other team because it's
Well, they had the ball in there. That's why I stopped.
yeah.
It
Okay.
didn't
The blue team had the ball?
really underneath. That's why I stopped it.
The blue team had the ball? My mistake. Okay. My mistake. Okay. Oh, good. Where do I know you from?
Well, you repped some of our games.
Have I?
Ripon and Waupun.
Oh, yeah.
So I coached with Dean Vanderposs and
Oh, yeah. I
Dan
know.
Damas.
Oh, do you?
And we went. Remember, we went to state too in 2019. I was his assistant though. Just
I have a-
evaluating today. Huh?
Yes, I have a good memory. It's just short.
Same here, and I'm a third of your age.
Yes, that's a travel. Very good. Yes, that's where.
A little early foul calls though in the first half. don't
Yeah,
you think?
it's yes.
Are you teaching these guys?
Yes.
Okay, cool, 'cause they need some work.
Do you think that there's a difference in the way the game was called in the first half and the way the game?
Significant.
How?
They let guys play a little bit more,
Okay.
so a little less physicality. And I just, from point of contact with inside the paint, I think changed too, really.
Okay.
Walling up, we had to adjust.
Okay, I know. I'll tell them.
And what it comes down to, what I noticed, it comes down to coaching like post defense. So
Okay.
when you're jumping straight up,
Yep.
a post defense has to go this way. It has to be out this way,
Okay.
not straight up, because that's when I think you're going to call the foul out.
Okay.
And then our bigs, I think when bigs are setting screens, it's always going to be more blocks and more moving screen. Like 25,
Yep.
he sets a lot of moving screens.
Yes, he does.
He does. And he can't lean into. He has to
He
stay
cannot
straight.
create contact.
Exactly.
He
And
cannot-
that's what he does.
Yes, he does.
13 told me that he had one on a fly out foul. That was a foul. But I think our guard, just going up like this, I don't know if that's a foul. If they're staying in front here.
You are more likely to get a foul this way
down.
than you are this way.
And then there was the smaller guard, that number 2. He had a really good positioning here, but they called him on a body contact, and I don't think that's the right call. I mean, if you're here and you're moving east and west,
Right?
but they call a body
Well-
because there's contact, I don't know if that's
Well,
the right call.
who initiates the
That's true. Who initiates the contact?
We've gotten away from the hand check. Players have gotten much better in hand checks, but they've replaced the hand check with the belly bump, the body bump. Okay, they've replaced this with this.
Which is a good point.
Yeah.
So what I'll have to do is I have to go back to our film and see who's creating contact and how who's creating it and how is it created.
Yes, correct.
Because that's where you start teaching. This is where I think high school coaches really struggle, is teaching mechanics. They don't. They all talk about, well, it's energy and effort. Yes, I agree.
Yep.
But are you teaching how to be in a stance, how to be in the bubble so you don't get beat man, and then turn your body and now get a block call, and then help side to come in, reach and recover.
Reach and recover. How do you avoid being the initiator of contact? Because that's what these guys are taught to look for. Okay, who initiates contact in a play? These guys, there's one guy who's pretty experienced here, and this guy's pretty raw, and the other guy's pretty raw. The younger guy is.
And usually I can tell who's a younger in a reffing
less
career,
experience.
less experience due to how they react to a coach being somewhat aggressive.
Right.
So usually somebody like him, he's good because he will actually talk and say, this is what I'm saying, or great point, I'll look for it. Versus a lot of refs that have less experience will tend to argue or just wave you off. That's how I know.
Does that have to be me? Should I have had information on that?
But not at this point right here.
You got that one right. Not all three were over.
If you were farther up, yes, but not here. You're right, Coach. You're right. But we tell them all the time that one of the most important component parts is being able to communicate in a stressful situation.
Yes.
You know, it's more oftentimes, it's not what I say, it's how I say it.
Yes.
Okay? Coaches do not like to be ignored. All right? A simple coach, I hear you. Okay? We'll look at it. Goes a long way rather than just running by and not saying anything. Coaches don't like to be ignored. We tell officials all the time, do not ignore the coaches, okay? But at the same time, I will not reward bad behavior.
Correct.
If a coach is screaming and yelling at me, I am not rewarding his behavior by talking to him.
If anything, they're looking more against the
Yes.
team because of they're looking feel like that was a
That
foul.
is a foul. Absolutely it was. Okay, but as soon as, and they have to know in a game situation like that, that's what one of these teams is going to do. They're going to foul, right? They're going to make it, they're going to have a basketball play, but they're going to foul, okay? There's a difference between a non-basketball player, just a shove, and going after the ball. That was a foul.
Coaches that are losers tend to bitch and complain more than just coach. The good coach is just coach. And I've always believed that through Dan DeMass.
Yep.
You make your adjustments, and it goes back down to preparation and planning out and teaching. And if you're not doing your job in your practice setting, you're not going to have success in the game. And it comes back to you. You have to lead what drills, with freshmen. I have freshman head job this year, which is weird because I've never coached that yet. But it comes back to how do you be teaching on ball? How do you teach off ball?
Jeff, good position on the shot. Good position on the shot. That's okay. That's okay. This will all be on their film that they watch.
Oh, you're recording right now?
Yes.
So
I forgot that too.
I truly believe that is that losing coaches.
Your coaching takes place in practice, not so much during the game. But our focus here is to make these guys better by improving on the little things. And
I think he's done a good job. I think he got better in the second half. I think both these guys got better in the second half.
I would agree. But I do believe that the game was called different in the first half than it was in the second half. Now, is that because we made an adjustment, or that's just the way it is?
I think you made an adjustment. You don't go from having almost 18, 20 fouls to being evened out at 8-5. But that's coaching. That's what you're supposed to do. I hate reffing. I've done it. Never will I ever do it. I'm better off being a coach and stay in my box, and I'm comfortable.
These guys are here because they love it.
I coached 8th grade one time. This lady it was boys. They were just playing. And it was a close game. My partner made the call. I didn't even make it. She accused me of being sexist because she was a woman head coach. And I'm like, first off, it wasn't my call. Second off, that's not it at all. Like, come on. No. She apologized after.
Well, heat of the moment kind of thing, That's what happens.
I said, I didn't wake up to pick out who should win the damn game. I didn't even know you were playing until 2 minutes into Like,
yep.
Thanks.
I gotta go. Yeah, it's my pleasure. See you later.
We'll see you around.
All right. Yeah, we need to